Welcome back to Gardening with Tracy. Today we're going to be working on and setting up a PVC irrigation system for the straw bale garden. You can use PVC or you can use soaker hoses for the garden, but one important thing is you do need to water your bales. If you don't have a lot of rain, the bales will dry out quicker than the ground, so just make sure that you keep your bales watered good. I prefer the PVC system. I've used both. The soaker hoses are great. They will soak the whole bale. I wanted to conserve on some of the water, so I'm doing the PVC where I can put my holes for the water at the base of the plants. And I'm only watering where needed. So we're going to get started on getting this put together. I bought additional 3/4 inch PVC pipes so I can make sure to have enough. I'm going to utilize some of the ones I had last year as long as the holes will line up right. Cable ties to attach my irrigation system to the T-post to secure it. I bought some additional 1/16 inch drill bits. That's the size I make my holes, and I'm bad about breaking these bits, so I wanted to buy some extras. Got lots of fittings here, several fittings. I bought T-couplers for the end of the rose elbows. I have just the straight line couplers, end caps, these ball valves in order to control different areas of the garden if I want to cut the water off for different sections, and sometimes you will. This way I can control that and cut off water and only have water where I need it. And I have some additional ones from last year's garden. You want to make sure to get some PVC cement as well as cleaner or primer. So you want to have that so you can put this together. I also have these cutters for the PVC pipe. As you can see, I've laid out some of the pieces I had last year that I'm pretty sure the holes are going to line up in my raised bed. These pieces will be the same, as well as some of the fittings on the end. Because I'm using some of the pieces from last year's garden, I am having to use more of the couplers and things. So if you buy everything new, you won't be having to purchase as many of these. So I'm going to piece this together. I've already put one piece on. You want to make sure that you clean the pipe really good with the primer, and then you use your cement. I'm going to clean the outside and the inside of each piece. And put your glue on there. And glue on the inside as well, or at least I do. And just make sure you've got it lined up how you want it, because it sets up pretty quick. So now we've got this part together. We're going to take and go ahead and do the rest of the garden. I just wanted to show you this part so you could see what it involved. Now that I've got all my PVC pipes in place and all my joints glued, I'm going to be putting my 1/16 inch holes into the spots where I will be planting my plants. Most of the time I put 2 holes at the base of each plant. Sometimes I can get by with 1. With my tomato plants, I put 3 holes at the base of each plant. It gives the perfect amount of water for those plants. So I'm going to drill 2 holes here because I'm going to be planting cucumber plants here that will climb up over the arch. So I'm going to put 2 holes here. You want to make sure that you don't go all the way through the pot. You want to make sure that you only go into the pipe, not all the way through the other side, unless you want to water the other side. And on some of the bales where I have a plant on each side, I do that on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and put holes in the rest of the pipes where I know that plants will be. But for the ones that I'm not really sure where I'm going to be planting, I'm going to wait about putting the holes there so I can put those whenever I plant. You can do that at any time. You don't have to do it before you plant if you want to do it when you get your plants in and put it specifically where those plants are going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up the spots that I can. I finished getting all my holes in my PVC pipe. I placed 3 holes underneath the tomato cages where the tomatoes will be. And then where I'm going to plant plants such as squash, cucumbers, and those type plants, I put 2 holes there. I will probably put 1 hole around pepper plants, and in the beds where I'll plant possibly onions and lettuce and carrots and maybe start seeds, I'll be putting the holes about 4 to 6 inches apart. Now I've got it all set up, the water's all running, and it's just important to remember that when you do a straw bale garden, straw bales tend to dry out quicker than the ground will, so you want to make sure you have some means of watering your garden, whether it be buckets, water hose, PVC irrigation, soaker hoses. You just have to have some means of getting water to your garden. Mine's a little bit larger, so some kind of system works better for me, but it's up to you and how you get water to your garden. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you've liked the content. If you do, subscribe to my channel and hit the like button below. This has been Gardening with Tracy. Thanks for watching.